It's Monday again. Again. Um, I had such an emotional weekend. Just emotional. So much going on. Emotionally and spiritually. Um, just more so trying to decide if I would, step up, step down, step away from different things, ministerially, just realizing what season I'm in per se. What is this? What is this? Yeah, so I don't know. But long story short, what is it? I did temporarily step back from some things, and I feel like a weight has been lifted off, like literally. Um, Good weekend, had a joyous time with my mom. Ooh, I was just so rejuvenated. I just felt so revived when I was at church with my mom, and then had lunch with my girl Hal. It's like she turned from a teacher to like teacher, nanny, friend, sister, which is crazy. Oh wow, what's this? And Jared was acting kind of bored because he was mad at me. We was at the Mars baseball season, so the whole bat knew everything, and he was actually getting sized for the first time for a bat. He'll be 13 in May, and the boy's like 5'7", so he's big and tall for his age. And I just want to make sure. Well, I did buy him a bat that they're using in high school. It has a little bit more weight to it, and he's big enough and tall enough. So I just said, let's just bat now. So he wanted to get the bat now because too he's just spoiled, and he knows this is the flow. If it's baseball season, we're getting this. If it's soccer, we're doing this. And we were late meeting my girl pal, so I was like, we have to go. And, kind of startled him. I just walked off. And he's like, what about the bat? Tell him we'll come back in 2 hours. And I was going to come back in 2 hours and bat the bat, especially since I had a coupon 20% off. Thank you, Jesus. But, he had called his dad, and I said, okay, he was bored. So, not saying it like that, but like when Jared gets bored, he does things and reach out to people. It's too much to go into. Anyway, what is this? Yeah, anyway, so I looked down and he was texting, and I'm like, oh, okay, well that's nice. And he was just like, whatever. So it just confirmed, what I knew. He was bored. He didn't want to be bothered. So, is that right? Ooh. Oh, he had said something as far as, he haven't talked to his dad in, months. And he was saying the first thing he said to him was, it was his wife's birthday. And Jared was like, Mom, I don't care. And I just said, I'm not in that, learn to speak up for yourself. I'm not in it, If they haven't talked in forever, no, the first thing his dad shouldn't have said was, today's my wife's birthday, but neither here nor there. Still praying for that as well. But anyway, he gets so, just like a lot of kids, I'm sure, he gets so excited, when his dad gives him any type of attention, he like really acts weird. Is that coming on? Okay. He acts very weird. And yesterday when we were leaving, I said to him, "Well, why don't you ask your dad to get your bat?" And he just like gave me this look like, "Mom, when I ask him for things, he don't do it." And then he actually said it. I'm like, "Well, you sit and talk and text about everything else. Ask him." And he just got, really upset. And I told him, I said, "I'm over you acting weird." He'll never be able to fill that void because God is only the person who can fill the holes in our lives. When we think other people are filling them, it's more so temporary. What is this? Wait. 2749961. Okay. All right. But yeah, long story short, because I have to go and make this call. But long story short, I didn't want to say anything that would ever hurt his feelings because I don't care how much a person apologizes. Once the words come out, they'll always remember what you said. It'll be like trigger things that happen, and they might look at you different, and it just changes and shifts the relationship. But anyway, I just had to go in my room, and I never, when I say never, besides when I'm changing my clothes, my son is 12 and a half. I've never closed the door when we're in the house if I'm not changing clothes. Never. Because I just don't feel, I feel like that's sending the wrong message to a child. Like, you don't want to be bothered, or what do you want, or I've never done that. Again, unless I'm changing clothes, and he'll be 13 in May. Never. I did it yesterday. Because his energy was so off, so ugly. Like, it wasn't disrespectful or anything, but like his energy was just like, that spirit was just like, I talked to my dad. Like, like what? And I'm thinking to myself, like, unfortunately, it's always sporadic. It's very temporal. It's never consistent. Unfortunately, I highly doubt if it lasts long. I know his father loves him, but love is an action word. Still, he's about to go to the 8th grade. Never gone to his school. Never have participated in anything. So it would have to be literally, he would wake up one day and say, I haven't been the best father. I need to get together before my son gets old enough to really say he's done with me. So we're praying that his dad will be a dad. Forget past or forget minister. Be a dad. Be a dad. But anywho, so he wanted to. Jared wanted to talk. I said that right now. Went in there, shut the door. I was in there for a couple hours, just upset. Called my mom. Just talked to her for about 10 minutes, and I just needed to be between like me, God, and the air. And I came out. I told him I was ready to talk if he wanted to talk. That spirit was like, He was like, no, that's okay. I was like, okay. Went back in my room, and he saw like, oh, she's in that space. Yeah. He came knocking on the door 2 minutes later. I'm ready, Mom. Okay. We talked. We went back and forth a little bit. Then we were done. He came back about 30 minutes later to apologize. Just to kind of like rectify the situation. He advised me that he realized what I was talking about. He does get in these type of funks, and he just wishes dad was a dad to him. Not even a better dad, just like a dad. And I said, it's unfortunate, I've never tried to keep you from your dad. I've always, prayed for you, prayed for your dad, and I want things to be better, I told him when we all met his dad's third wife, that I even told her, wow, I think you're going to be good for my son's father. you know, I think you're going to be good for him. I think you're going to help him step up and be a dad, you know. So I thought, you know, but when I first met his wife, I really was hopeful, you know, but along the way, you know, Jer's dad shared some things with me about her that it showed and proven to be true that it kind of wouldn't be the case. He just, you know, really shared that she's been through a lot of stuff and she's so super jealous about a lot of things, and that's why they argue all the time. And I'm like, well, if you know this, well, okay, be the head of the house. Like, pull your rank naturally and spiritually. Fix this, you know? I'm like, this is the second wife you had that was like super jealous, according to him, you know? And it's crazy, you know? But anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore. To God be the glory. Praying for her as well. You know, God heal all of her wounds that she has. Because until God heal them, you know, whether she's married to him or the next one or whatever, it'll be the same process. So, oh, Jesus. This whole thing is just a struggle, you know. And then at the end of the day, you know, he just thanked me for being a mom and always just being there to, you know, pray with him and love on him when things don't go right in life, and with, you know, especially with his dad. So I said, let's hug it out, water under the bridge. I don't want to talk about it. Alrighty, I'm done. Talk to you guys later. Bye bye.